about movies being redone, remodernized in 2019. You have Aladdin, you have Lion King.
I think we gotta leave some of them.
Shaft, they're making a new Shaft.
Yeah. That's like a continuation, though, right?
Yeah. And now Richard Roundtree's in it too with the new guys, so like all 3 generations are in it.
Mortal Kombat is coming back.
Are they really making another Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Here's what I think with regards to that.
Yeah.
I think as far as dramatic films, and like, there's a time where going to the movies and seeing The Sixth Sense was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like that type of movie. There's a dramatic aspect to it.
Yeah.
Going to the movies and seeing Titanic was a big deal.
Yeah.
We're not in that time anymore.
No.
So movies that became classics during those times, leave those alone.
Yeah.
If we're in a time now where it's like action hero shit and it's Pixar shit and it's things of that nature, that's why I don't mind Aladdin and those things. We can see how those look from like a different perspective in terms of like Pixar, 3D, whatever. I don't mind that. Mm-hmm. But doing over like Shaft doesn't work for me. They shouldn't have done it over in the first place. Shaft represents a specific time. Leave it alone.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? We don't need to have it where there's 3 generations in there now. Like that's sitcom shit. Where now we have all 3 generations in the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh look, there's Grady from Sanford and Son. He's this guy's dad in this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need that in terms of those type of movies. Like, blaxploitation should be that section of time in itself. Shaft, Coffee Brown, Black Cleopatra, the Dirty Dozen. Leave those in that time. Don't remake none of that shit. Superfly, when they did it back over Superfly, that was terrible.
Superfly was trash.
I'll tell you, a good remake that I actually seen in theaters was Jungle Book.
Yes, amazing.
No, there was a couple of them that they did good.
Amazing. Jungle Book was
amazing.
There
was a couple of them that were really good, like real shit. Like I think Lion King looks good. I haven't seen it yet either. There's a couple of them that I think that are okay, but you like, for instance, what like trash, like Jumanji. Like they did not have to remake Jumanji.
Because Jumanji was already one of those types of movies.
Exactly, and then they tried to do it again. They tried to throw in the whole comedy aspect, throw in Kevin Hart.
Gotta do that.
Like you fuck up the whole thing.
Exactly.
Like it's just it's a joke thing. Like you know what I mean? Like
you guys saw Men in Black? No one saw Men in Black yet?
The new one?
No, not yet.
I heard it wasn't good.
No, See?
With the white guy and the girl?
Yeah, I heard it wasn't
black girl.
I don't.
I forget Gray did it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Scarface is coming back.
Yeah, who they put? Oh,
I don't know. It doesn't say who's
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's gonna play Scarface.
I think I remember hearing something about that, but I think Leonardo DiCaprio would probably be the best Scarface.
Yep.
You think so?
That who else is gonna play? Or Johnny Depp? There has to be someone that plays Tony Montana that can take themselves and turn him into a character. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Johnny Depp are probably the only 2 white guys that I think can.
But Al Pacino's not white. Like, I mean, he is. But
I know,
not,
but
like,
okay, not white guy, but I mean the Puerto Rican or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't really. I don't think they should make him a Spanish dude because Pacino didn't look Spanish at the time. It was his voice that made him. Cuban.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
His voice made him Cuban, not his face, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like you see his next Benjamin, he looked like a Puerto Rican.
Right.
He looked like a Spanish dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And who can make? I only see Johnny Depp.
I can't really see anybody else being able to do that.
To Tony Montana.
Johnny Depp or Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah.
Because Johnny Depp.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's just, I mean, who would play those roles nowadays? Or like the gangsters nowadays, who would play those roles?
Denzel Washington is up for Scarface.
What?
No. Denzel Washington.
You know why? You know why they're saying that?
Black Cuban?
No, the reason I'll tell you why they're saying that. Picture Scarface at the end when he's losing his mind.
The Chain Day.
And Denzel and Train Day at the end. That's exactly what they're seeing when they do that. You guys, I am
Yeah.
Imagine Denzel with coke on his face doing that.
Denzel and Scarface?
Yeah, but that would be disgusting. But
Imagine Denzel's face in a mountain of coke.
Too dark.
And he gets up and does that.
He's too black.
No, they'll just do it from a
perspective.
Yeah, okay, then no, for sure.
Leave it alone, man.
That's what I say.
Movies, just fucking leave it alone.
That's what I say.
Bro.
Leave it alone.
Chucky, we didn't need another fucking Chucky.
You don't need another Chucky. You don't need another Halloween. You don't need another one of these shits.
I don't understand how they keep on making Halloween though. Doesn't the motherfucker die?
I thought she died like the first.
Like it doesn't make sense. Every movie the motherfucker dies, and then there's another Halloween.
There's another Halloween
every year with the same people. Am I tripping?
No, you're not.
The mother comes back every year, like telling the youth
She's blessed.
how to
She
beat
got
this guy.
fucked up.
And he keeps killing people. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop killing people. Freddy Krueger is still in people's dreams. I don't know how that's even like. Leave those shits alone, man.
See, okay, how about It? Did you watch the remake of It?
No, I didn't.
I heard the remake of It was really good.
It was good.
My brother seen it, he said it was fucking. It was fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When was the last remake of it though? Was that the first remake they made of it?
Yeah, since the first one they made.
Since the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's a little bit different.
Yeah, that was
We haven't seen so many adaptations yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just feel like they just tried to do too much and then they kill the original.
how do you feel about the Creed series?
I like the Creed series just because I feel like there was no Creed story.
Yeah.
He actually wrote that story.
Yeah.
They were like whoever wrote Rocky didn't have a branch off of
Right,
Creed.
he wrote his own
You know what I mean?
story.
So for him to watch the Rockies and actually come up with his own spin,
right.
and now what it turned into, I rate that.
It's amazing. Actually.
Because the story sounds like you watch that movie and the story sounds exactly like it was played into.
Exactly.
It worked in
And
perfectly.
the beautiful thing about it is he wrote it in a way where, as important as Rocky's story is,
Creed's is 10 times.
it's not it's not more interesting than Creed.
No, the story is about Creed.
Like Creed has an interesting story in itself. Where
Yes.
like Rocky's story is literally an offset of it.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes.
it doesn't overlap his story
Yes.
or
Yeah,
overshadow
even
his
though
story.
that wasn't necessarily a remake, but I mean, like for instance, you can't
Right, that's
remake
not a
Rocky.
remake. That's not a remake.
You can never remake Rocky.
I think Creed 2 is going to be a remake of Rocky 4, just with different
Creed,
characters.
3, you mean?
Creed 2.
2 came out.
Oh, with,
Yeah,
with
2 came out already.
sorry, that's the one
With
that
Ivan Drago's son.
right. That's the one I think is a remake
I
of
watched
Rocky
it.
4.
I watched it. It wasn't necessarily. They spun it.
They spun it.
That's the reason why I like that one, because when you watch it, they kind of spun Drago. You don't.
Okay.
Drago's more looked at as before he was just such a machine and a robot. Remember?
Okay.
But Drago, no. In Rocky 4, when you see Drago was just a machine. He pumped things.
Right,
He
right,
works
right.
out. He fights.
His
But
son is not like him.
His son is kind of like him, but it just shows that he got burned where he was. When he lost to Rocky, he
they
lost
treated him like
everything.
shit.
He lost his
Ooh.
wife. Like, you remember my girl with short hair?
Oh, that's such a beautiful angle.
Dog, they spun
Yeah,
it.
Bridget
So,
Nielsen, yeah.
so you don't really hate Drago. You kind of understand he's just a man. You know what I mean? And he's trying to. So it's kind of splits it in Creed. So you know what I mean? It
And the
makes it
reason why
better.
that's beautiful is because that's why I love Rocky 4 so much, because they wrote Drago in a way where you don't really hate this guy.
Yeah.
You hate the system.
Yes, and the people
And
around
his,
him.
and his woman more than
Yes,
you hate him.
his coach that's fucking
Yeah,
smacking him and,
exactly.
and all that thing. Like,
He's
he
not
doesn't.
that guy,
He just
yeah.
looks like a man that doesn't even speak. I didn't
Yeah.
even know Drago could speak.
Exactly.
He could just say a 1-2 words. You pump him with lead, and then he's fighting a man.
Like Clubber Lang was a real asshole.
Exactly.
There's no redeeming qualities about Clubber Lang whatsoever. But Drago had like this way about him where it was like he's just a product of the system.
Yeah.
You know,
He
like
probably would have been a regular dude.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm just happy they gave some spotlight to Creed, like they didn't do Rocky's son. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy they gave a black kid some
Exactly.
shine, you know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that.
I don't really fuck with Rocky, like.
But Rocky,
Creed is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but the
Creed is-
Rocky
Creed is
movies
good.
are classic movies.
No, I mean just the series itself. I'm not Rocky as a figure in my.
No. I'm talking about
the series.
the
is
actual
amazing.
series
Yeah,
of movies.
absolutely,
We're talking about movies, of
absolutely,
course.
Absolutely.
And they wrote off his son. His son was a write-off from a long time.
Yeah.
In the actual movie.
Away
Dropped
suit.
out?
No, he just was a man that's like, I'm not trying to box.
From Rocky
the
5, he
beginning
was a
of the-
way suit.
Yeah, he was not.
I knew he was a way suit from Rocky
He wasn't
5.
having it. You know what I mean? That's why he went with that time.
Like when he was mad, I don't know why he was like Rocky 5 was so stupid. Like
They got stupid closer to the end.
Rocky 5 was horrible.
But that was a good branch off. I liked Creed for the branch off.
Yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to see the Lion King though. That shit looks
Definitely,
good. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Really dope.
That remake looks good. I've seen a trailer. It looks pretty interesting.
I want to see that. I want to see. I want to
Is
see
it a real
Aladdin.
life version?
Yeah,
Yeah.
real live version.
Aladdin's my favorite Disney movies. I want to see that one.
I see
I
anything.
see that's a laptop. A laptop watch.
A lot of people say
I'm saying?
Aladdin's trash.
Trash.
But I also feel like I gotta watch it for myself.
The
'cause-
Will Smith version?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Will Smith version, people said that it's
Listen,
like, it wasn't anything special.
I'm not too happy about Will Smith
Rest
being
in
the
peace,
genie.
Robin Williams, man.
Yes.
That is a role that
Who else
Should
is
never be
nobody
touched
else
again.
can play. They
Should
should
never play
have
again.
redid the movie.
Hey, and
Yeah, they should.
But rest in peace, Robin Williams.
And you know what pisses me off about Will Smith doing the genie is that when Robin Williams died on the Disney website, they literally said, "Thank you, Genie," or "Genie's finally free." He said, "Genie, you're finally free."
That was one of his.
That's
like,
who Robin
dominant
Williams
roles.
is.
Yeah.
He is
That
the
and Miss
genie.
Doubtfire were like his
Yeah. But you know what? You know what though? Like
Who else would they have put though? You couldn't. They shouldn't. They just should have left it because there's nobody else.
Batman kind of set the precedent for that. Where like you have a person who does a classic role in something, and they keep trying to compete with that role to see who can do that role better than the next person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's his name?
From they had
Keaton.
Michael Douglas and thing with Michael Keaton
Keaton.
and Jack Nicholson. That was good. I'm
And
not saying
Michelle Pfeiffer will forever be Catwoman.
Catwoman. So
Yeah.
I don't need Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
You don't give me the option of saying Christian Bale's better than Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like now I can't enjoy that one as much as I enjoy this one because I'm comparing the two performances. You know what I'm saying? Like
Michael Keaton, I think, is the best Batman.
me too. I think the first Batman's the best Batman. Period.
They'll forever remake though. They'll have to remake,
With
especially
the Prince,
Disney.
with the Prince theme song and all that.
I guess I think they said that Disney, Walt Disney before he died, like he made it was a deal that every year they would put out the same
Put out one of
movie
those
another
movies
way,
in a different way.
so that every generation
Could enjoy
their generation.
Right, because those started out as like books.
Exactly.
And then they went into like, this and into
You know
they
what I
had
mean?
a TV era when they did it for TV.
Exactly.
So it makes sense.
So every generation
Home
gets a
video,
chance.
the DVD era, Pixar era, So, yeah.
Top 5 black comedians of the past 20 years.
Jeez.
Who are the torchbearers going forward from, I guess you could say, the kings of comedy?
Okay.
I guess those guys are the 90s guys.
They kicked it off.
you could say.
I think they
Who
kicked
are
off
the
the
5
Shout out to Cedric
from the
Entertainment
2000s,
Bernie.
the Mount Rushmore of the modern day black comedian?
for this
From
era.
2000 to 2019.
Dave Chappelle.
Names that come to your mind when you think of the overall package, are they funny enough to
This is
you?
my top 5 dead or alive. Fuck 20 years. Mine's just Bernie Mac.
Okay, you can do Dead or Alive, you could do...
You can do okay. Run into
This is just me personally. I don't know about 20 years. This is just who I feel. Bernie Mac, Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, Mike Epps.
Yeah.
Mike Epps.
All
Mike
time.
Epps,
Are
all
you
time.
of all time?
He has the classic. Day Day is a classic urban role, my nigga. And he's funny on
You're
stage.
crazy. Okay,
Day
You
Day.
know?
Yeah.
Mike Epps is funny.
Yeah.
And my last one would be George Lopez.
George Lopez.
but he's not black though.
Spanish black.
Okay.
Are we going by states rule?
No,
or
no, no.
Canadian? Are we
Okay.
crossing that line?
Right,
Or is it the same
George
shit?
Lopez.
Fuck off,
George
man.
Lopez.
George Lopez.
We'll put him there. I'll put him there. Well, we can use him.
That's
as
my
fun.
top 5 person.
Okay. Top 5.
How about you, Chef?
Fuck. Dave Chappelle.
All time. We're talking all time. We're not doing
We're talking about all time.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
do all
yeah,
time.
yeah.
We're gonna do all
Okay,
time.
so
Because
Dave.
honestly, from 2000 to 2019 is pretty scary.
There's a big overlap
There's
of
a lot
90s
of
people
gaps.
into the
There's
2000s,
a lot of
right?
gaps and a lot of guys having long run.
Right.
Okay, so overall, it would have to
I'd say
be
all time,
Dave.
man.
Of all time, would be Dave Chappelle,
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac. Eddie Murphy is fucking hilarious, but anyways, because certain men are shaking heads like, why are you shaking? You put Mike Epps on there, you didn't put Eddie
in a red
Murphy.
jacket.
Yes,
Eddie
bro.
Murphy has not been funny in the
He
last.
was ready, funny and raw. He was funny in that.
Are you fucking kidding me? How are you not putting Eddie Murphy on your top 5?
Wait, where?
Right?
Wow,
He was a
of
funny in life.
ever?
Eddie
And you
Murphy
put
wasn't
Mike
funny in
Epps
life.
there?
Eddie Murphy wasn't funny in
I'm
life.
not an Eddie Murphy fan.
Richard Pryor.
Okay, keep going.
Richard Pryor,
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Those are funny guys.
I never watched Richard Pryor.
I did though.
Some guys are naming names just because they're names.
No,
but
I
okay,
actually,
Richard Pryor.
I actually watched them. I'm sorry, you don't know what I watched.
Okay, wait. Okay, so we're doing.
I've actually watched that.
So Richard
First of all,
Pryor,
That's my dad's
Eddie
favorite.
Murphy.
That's my dad's favorite comedian.
Richard
Like, what's wrong with
Pryor,
you?
Before we-
Eddie Murphy.
Like,
Before
you
we-
can't
before
talk
we
for
keep-
me, bro.
Before we keep going, we're doing stand up. So
Yes.
don't include what they do outside of stand up. What you see as them as comedians on stage.
Richard Pryor,
Okay, there we go.
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy,
Okay.
Dave Chappelle. I was always an RNXJ fan.
Okay. Okay.
You didn't say Bernie Mac, did you?
And Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. That's your
Those are my top 5.
That's a good fight.
Arnaz all time.
Over
Yeah,
Martin
for me
Lawrence?
personally.
Okay.
For me personally. See, I forgot about Martin Lawrence, but I was always.
RNXJ is funny.
I would
He's
always
funny.
pick an
He's funny.
RNXJ still.
He
Like,
is
I was
funny.
always,
He is-
I always loved that.
Yo, in terms of comic view, I don't think anybody had a better comic view
Nah,
than
Yeah,
Dog
yeah.
Shit.
Real
Yeah,
shit.
no,
So
real
you know, like, yeah. Okay, so for me, top 5, stand up, right?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, Sinbad.
Oh, Sinbad was,
Sinbad's in my top 5.
Sinbad
bro.
was actually hard.
Sinbad has a show that I've never, like to this day, basically laugh every time I see it.
Yeah, no,
Sinbad's in there.
Sinbad hard was the-
And this is not no particular order. Right?
No.
Okay. Sinbad. I'm sorry, Eddie Murphy, bro.
Of course.
He's the golden.
You don't
child.
have to say sorry.
Even still,
It's facts.
I watch Raw. I hear what you're
It's
saying.
facts.
I hear what you're saying, but I watch Raw, and I've never seen anybody with that many tools on stage as Eddie Murphy.
Nah, I'm telling you,
Impersonation, singing, dancing, jokes, everything.
Everything.
He's the Michael Jordan of comedy.
Of course,
bro.
that's what I'm
He has
saying.
every tool. Girls want to see him. Niggas
He's
want to
big
be
Mike
him.
X.
Real shit.
And you're
you
talking-
can do
you think
accents.
That's just funny.
You can do
Yeah, but
accents. You can do
of
different.
all time.
All time.
No,
young comic.
no, if it's a
But that's
personal
for you. But that's a
standpoint.
personal. But that's a personal.
Yeah,
You're right. That's my bad.
because Sinbad is not in the top 5 of all time, but he's in my top 5. You know,
Yeah.
so
I even
and
should have
Artist
put
J. You know,
you're
so-
right, because I should have put Martin Lawrence there too. But I
No,
chose, that's my not top 5. Yeah,
exactly.
you're right.
Because Martin Lawrence is not in my top 5 all time.
Of stand-up?
Stand up, no way.
Yeah.
He's never made me laugh that way as more than he made me laugh as a character of something.
Yeah.
But personally,
Chris Tucker probably made me laugh more than on stand up than
Martin Lawrence.
Than Martin Lawrence.
And Chris Tucker is not
And
very
he's not
funny
even.
to me.
I
You
know.
what I'm saying?
I know.
I hear you. So okay, so we got who did
Eddie
I say?
Murphy.
I got Eddie Murphy and I got Sinbad.
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie Murphy and Sinbad. Bernie Mac.
I think Bernie's like across the board for sure.
Bernie Mac.
You can't really X that.
So who makes me laugh? Like I'm gonna put an asterisk there because I don't know yet.
No, you can't. It's top 5 straight up.
I know, but I'm just thinking before I put him in.
That's your 5, so who you got?
Yeah, no. I got so far. I got Bernie. I got Eddie, and I got Sinbad.
Yeah.
And I'm putting shit. I gotta just give me a second here.
Yeah, you gotta think
I
quick.
just know who
You gotta
who
think
I
quick.
watch and who-
Yeah,
who-
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, yeah.
And one more.
Stand up and top 5, eh? Bernie, Sinbad, Eddie, Dave Chappelle, and
Mike Epps.
no.
Because you're the same one that fucking told me that Mike Epps special is so fuego.
No, he's funny as shit.
Funnier than the top.
He's funnier than
comedians right now.
he's
better
funnier
than
than anything
Hart.
Kevin Hart's ever done on stage.
In
No,
life.
I'm not saying. Kevin Hart was never even my.
No,
I didn't even
I'm
breathe
just saying
Kevin Hart's
that
fucking
because
name.
Kevin Hart
That's the only reason
Do
why.
not say that. 'cause
Kevin Hart
I
is
never.
able
I
to-
never.
No,
watched
I
Kevin
know, but that's the
Hart.
only reason why I
Don't
say it.
fucking
Because
say that shit.
I only say it because he's the standard for everybody else. Wise, and I think he's way funnier than the standard. That's why I say he's in the top
Yeah,
of the one right
and they
now.
say Kevin Hart's at the top.
Yeah,
He
that's
is.
the only reason I use him as
And I
a
think
Yes. That
Mike
you
Epps
think
is
Mike-
funnier.
I think Mike Epps
Naturally
funnier.
funnier.
I think Mike Epps funnier than him. I would not definitely ever in my life put him in my top 5 ever.
No,
Like I don't think. I don't think he's in my top 10.
I can see top 5.
But I understand if somebody else.
From a personal
I
standpoint,
understand
yeah.
if somebody else.
I
did,
say
of course.
top 10 for sure. Black comedians.
That's black comedians,
100%,
period, right?
He's in the top 10.
Overall.
Overall, I think so.
Yes, in terms of
Overall,
movies made
of
and
all
certain-
time, I think.
Yeah.
But just because of dating, that's the only reason why.
All his
a
movies.
lot of stuff too.
What? Name
all
another
his movies
movie.
comedic
Name
wise.
another movie.
What else is he in? The shit with all the shit with Ice Cube. The fucking
The one Master P.
yeah, I like he has
The
a
one
good
with
track
Master P.
record.
What is? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The fact that the man was
Titanic.
saying, "Oh, Titanic."
The man was in
naming all
one of the
names.
highest grossing. What's that movie when they go to Las Vegas? The White Boys, the big white got people movie. What is this shit called, man? Let me tell you guys.
The man said the big white people movie.
Not Oceans.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now.
Oh, he was in a movie. Yeah.
He was in all like 3 of them.
He was
bro.
in a big movie
With
still.
enough people. Mike Tyson was in it.
Yeah.
Oh, Hangover.
Hangover.
But he wasn't a huge role like that. It's like a soft role, dog.
No
You
way,
might
he
have.
was in there until he got slapped off. He was in like 3 of them. Shout out Mike Epps.
Shout out Mike Epps.
He just dropped a new special on Netflix.
Yeah.
Fire.
Special.
Yeah.
Only one mic.
I never
they're
finished
saying
it.
pretty much it's good if you like jokes which aren't that complicated. It focuses comedy which focuses on cracking on people, self-depreciation, and it's urban focus.
Okay, my fifth.
Did you go?
Yo, my fifth. I'm sorry, all time.
That's pretty much.
My fifth all time. If I'm gonna put them in there, D.L. Hughley.
Oh, I've always hated DL.
He's up there for me. D.L. Hughley is fucking amazing. He's brilliant to me, man.
Do you think he's better at cracking on people than Mike Epps?
No,
Yo, D.L. Hughley was really bad.
he was really good though.
When it comes to cracking on people,
I think D.L. Hughley takes a crown. That guy used to literally go hours with just
I know,
people
but
dying. And people.
Mike Epps, like he's very like D.L. Hughley goes on and on.
He does.
But Mike Epps is like very like he's trying to make you cry. Yo.
So we're talking about comedy. Where does the Wayans family fall into that? Do you think any of them are like?
I think in terms of influence, I don't think in terms of actually being funny.
Oh yeah.
I think
Maybe Damon. The only person that might get on that top 10 is Damon.
Yeah.
Other than that, nobody else.
Damon is funny.
Damon as a comedian.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Damon is the
Funny.
only comedian out of all of them
Damon
that
is
you can
definitely
really.
funny, man.
All the rest of them are womp womps. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you ask, like not bad. Like what's his
As
name?
far as movies,
Marlon was
right,
okay.
they made
No. They made a huge amount of money in movies.
Their genius
Marlon
translates
Wayans?
better in characters they play.
Yes.
Marlon Wayans has a stand-up special. I never watched
Yeah,
it.
It's
watch
actually
it.
very
It's
funny, and he has a
it's
show.
okay.
It's actually really good.
Yeah?
That was
I
the
watched
first.
the show.
That was the first time I
show
ever
was good.
seen Marlon on stage, and I was actually like, "Yo, this guy's
Yeah,
actually
it wasn't
funny."
bad.
Yo.
It wasn't bad.
Like he's actually, and then his
Yeah.
show, and his actual was like,
Yeah,
"Yo, this
yeah.
fucking shit's actually hilarious."
Yeah.
Like this guy's a dumbass. You know what I
Dave
mean?
Chappelle is just he's funny in any arena.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter who's in the crowd, he's gonna be funny.
I think the thing with Dave Chappelle is
He's just funny universally.
he just talks. I think Dave Chappelle cannot even have any like any material
Sets, yeah.
and he'll just be in front of you guys, and we'll just
Come
talk,
up
have
with
a regular
stuff. Yes.
conversation, and he'll just that's what he'll go angles, and that's you know what I mean.
He's a
He's almost
genius,
like
bro.
Chris Rock, but Chris Rock is more political. Like his is more targeted. Like he'll be like, why do we do this?
It's more forced. I think it's forced.
I don't.
In that regard, like in terms of what they do, like Dave Chappelle, D.L. Hughley, Chris Rock, they're in that vein where they're observational about things in society.
Yes.
But D.L. Hughley is the reason why I like his is because there's a rhythm with him. It doesn't really deviate from that rhythm.
Of just making fun of people.
No, not just making fun. I mean, just in terms of like how he like how he tell a joke and like the tone of voice and he always like he doesn't go outside of that.
Okay.
Chris Rock is outlandish, but he's very like
Try to get a point across all the time.
His points are very forced.
Yeah. Not. I don't know about
Force. I'm not saying force is a bad thing.
Yeah.
But he gets the joke to you like that. Like it's not
Oh,
like
okay, I see what
it's
you
not
mean.
subtle. His jokes aren't subtle.
Oh, okay. Like you know what the fuck he's trying to get to.
Black people got it up because we want to.
Yeah.
He does that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no like
Yeah.
making. Okay, well, anyways, he doesn't do stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. I
There's
see what you
nothing
mean.
there.
Okay, yeah. He
Right.
makes sure that you get the joke that he's trying
Dave
to get.
Chappelle is all of that. He can do all of that.
Yeah.
If Dave Chappelle wants to make an outlandish joke, he can do that.
Yeah.
If you watch the Def Jam 25, he was making jokes with the guy who was doing the sound at the top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that was scripted.
You did a joke with Joe. He's like, let's sing the Negro National Anthem. They put the mic in Joe's hand. Joe doesn't sing. Damn it, Joe, can't you sing a song that ain't about pussy just one time? It's off the fly. Like, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He encompasses
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah,
In
no.
any arena that he's in. That's why I say, like, he's the best of DL and Chris Rock.
I just don't feel like D.L. Hughley ever has jokes that fly. I feel like his only jokes that fly are him making fun of people.
Nah, man. There's no way. This set on thing was...
It's Kings of Comedy.
Yeah, his set was brilliant on Kings of Comedy.
Yeah,
man.
I know, but he also made fun of people in the King of Comedy for.
But so did Steve Harvey.
For no, but
The same nigga.
I know, but I mean, for about majority of his fucking fuck Steve Harvey. Why did he lose all this? On to that topic, why did he lose on all of his shows? What happened with that?
Kelly Pickler, he lost his show to Kelly Pickler.
Dog, he lost the Big Shots one.
every show.
He lost his Family Feud. He lost his talk show. Mm-hmm. What's going on with that?
I don't know,
Oh, it sucks.
but I don't fuck with Steve Harvey, man.
Steve Harvey.
I heard he treats his staff like shit. Steve Harvey, like he's not I'm not gonna cast judgment on no way. I'm not one of those niggas. Like that's
He's
one thing
just
I don't.
not funny.
That's one thing I don't
He's
want
like
to be
a
one of those
Uncle
guys.
Tom. I don't like Steve
Yeah,
Harvey.
like I just don't have no real.
The information.
From you telling women to think like men, you know what I'm saying? Keeping them single while he knows his wife does not think like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like
His wife divorced him. What's his wife?
first wife divorced him,
The second one right now is divorced him too.
and Marjorie's divorced him now too.
As soon as she
And
filed for divorce,
she was a side chick.
Yeah,
This
she was
one,
a side
yeah, I
chick,
was having
yeah.
an affair with her. That's what I'm saying. He's not like a.
she's a dope girl too. You know what? She got
Yeah,
caught
yeah.
up in some serious things. Her ex-man's in
Yeah,
doing some
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
life right now.
Him and Bernie Mac didn't get along either.
For it to be on urban radio.
Yeah.
I say in the last
That's it.
10 years, the king of R&B, last decade, is T-Pain. Shout out T-Pain, man. That's the king. You know what I'm saying? He wrote like, he was one of the only artists to have like 3-4 songs in the
Fuck
top
outta here with
4
that
or 5.
noise, bro.
Huh?
So who do you?
T-Pain,
Fuck
bro.
out of here with that noise, man.
So who do you have?
T-Pain, bro.
Who would you say is the top 10, the top over the past 10 years?
R&B,
R&B.
male.
10 years.
10 years.
Hits.
Chris Brown. You gotta give it to Chris Breezy.
And you know who wrote and produced a few songs with Chris Breezy, right? Okay. Shout out T-Pain.
So why did they say?
Shout out
so
T-Pain
then,
again.
so then, if he wrote and produced them and did all that stuff, why is he not getting the recognition?
He does get the recognition from people who know and that are aware.
But we're not-
YouTube
I know,
and
but-
pull it up. T-Pain is
That's great,
top guy.
But we're talking about in the limelight right now. Like the thousands of girls that go to Chris Brown's thing don't say, "Holy shit, T-Pain wrote this shit. I gotta go." They fucking go before Chris Breezy. That's my point.
Okay.
No one gives a fuck that T-Pain wrote the song.
But girls
It's
go-
the light
but
skinned
girls-
dude that
but
dancing
girls-
with his
but
shirt
girls-
off.
but girls go
That's the reason why
anywhere
they're
for
going.
anything.
I know,
Girls
but
go
his
anywhere for
main,
anything.
but
What do you
it's
mean?
R&B. The main attraction for R&B is the females.
And we're talking about who makes the music.
Okay.
The music itself.
No, that's not what we
and
said.
artists.
Okay.
Overall,
So,
everything.
okay, so like let's clear up that argument then, because with R. Kelly, you can go based off of
Because both.
right, just like
But
T-Pain.
T-Pain is both though.
Just like
T-Pain
R. Kelly.
sold units, my nigga.
See-
I don't know
you see
if
what
you're
I'm saying? You see
aware.
where he's going now?
No, I understand,
I
but
don't know
people.
if you're
I understand, but
aware
people are
of how
not.
much numbers.
Okay, so listen.
Auto-tune right now that you hear
Yes.
is because of T-Pain.
Yes, you're right.
Other than Roger
Let me tell you
Troutman,
this right
it's
now.
T-Pain.
People
He
didn't
created
listen
a
to
whole
Aaliyah's
wave.
album because R. Kelly wrote it. They listened to it because it was it was
Her
Aaliyah.
first
Are you guys
album,
fucking?
R. Kelly was on the cover in the back.
I know, but they didn't listen to it because R.
Yeah.
Kelly wrote
I
it
don't
and
know,
produced
my nigga.
it.
That's what-
My mom and my uncle bought that album because she was R. Kelly's artist, not because she was Aaliyah. my
See
nigga.
now this is what
Wow.
So wait, now we have to
Aaliyah's first
is-
album.
We're talking to the massives, eh?
Wait, hold on.
We're not
wait.
talking about like the six people. We're talking to the massives.
Yeah,
The
just
massives
remember-
bought the thing because they seen Aaliyah, they seen a girl dressed like that,
Right.
singing those type of tunes.
Her first single, who was in the video playing
Of course
ball,
it was
who
R.
singing.
Kelly.
R. Kelly's fans turned into Aaliyah's fans
Right.
because of R. Kelly.
Okay, so this one. Okay, so wait. Let's.
Okay.
So let's put this on the table here.
Let's
because-
clean it up.
All right. So now you have a person like we're talking about Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
In terms of Keith Sweat being a in terms of Keith Sweat being a
He's a curator, like he's.
no, in terms of like kings of R&B,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're talking about kings of R&B, where you have songs that you put out yourself, and you've created a sound, and you put people on, and you're a producer, and that like those things I think encompass will make somebody a king of R&B. No,
Yeah.
based off of this, or is it just from a performance standpoint?
It's the full package. Bro.
Because there's two people.
It's the full
sorry, my
package.
fault. There's two people who generally over the
It's the
90s
full
were
package,
considered
Chris.
the kings of R&B. It was either R. Kelly or it was Bobby Brown. In the 80s, it was either Michael Jackson or it was Prince. In the 2000s, it's either I don't know who you want to
Who
say,
did you say?
or Chris Brown.
He just said T-Pain and Chris Brown.
T-Pain and Chris Brown. Fair enough.
And
The reason-
the only
or
reason I
Neo.
say
You
that
got Neo in there too.
is
Neo's
because
definitely
Chris-
there too.
but-
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna put Chris
But
Breezy,
Neil, even Chris Brown hasn't had the impact on shifting the way people make music.
no, but
Like
that's what I'm saying.
T-Pain.
Are we talking about the way? Are we talking about the impact of shifting music? Or
We're
are we
talking
just
about
saying,
the whole package
the whole
to be the
package.
king.
Okay,
You
so
can't
that
just
that
be
means
the
Chris
king
Brown's
for
not there
fun.
then. I
No,
wouldn't consider
he can be.
He didn't shift the way.
But he
like,
took- he
like
tried
Like
T-Pain.
the dancing and shit,
dancing and
he
singing
kinda did it.
influence-
No,
You know what
if you're
I'm
gonna
saying?
say like that's completely different because T-Pain literally changed
How
music.
everybody makes
Right.
R&B.
So that's different than
That's
what
why I
Breezy
give
did.
it to him.
Never once did
But
that.
however, the reason why
That's why I
I
give
say
it
there's two ways of looking at it is because Bobby Brown didn't change music, but from a performance standpoint, he
made it
gave it
clear.
to you he
The
showed it to you the
raunchy,
best.
real-
But I
Yeah.
think, but
R. Kelly changed music.
okay, no, but
He
you don't
didn't
think,
show it to you the best with I Believe I Can Fly on a
do you
on
don't
a
think
scarecrow. You know what I'm saying?
Think when
But like,
Bobby Brown when Bobby Brown went on his spiel, you don't think that kind of changed how other people made music as well?
no, because people were making that music for him. People made that sound for him. Teddy Riley made Bobby Brown
Did
sound for
Bobby
him.
Brown ever write any of his own
No,
shit?
Bobby Brown's not a writer, or he didn't do those things.
Okay, so I can't
Teddy,
really
Teddy
give it
Riley
to-
made Teddy Riley had Bobby Brown in the studio. Think about it like this: when Bobby Brown did Every Little Step I Take, he was too coked out to even finish a song. Ralph Tresvant singing most of that song.
So he was just like
Teddy
a puppet.
Riley
He was
just-
more like a puppet.
He,
basically.
Teddy,
Yeah.
not so much a puppet, but
Just an
you need
artist.
somebody who can perform this music that I'm creating. So you have great performers of the art, and you have great creators of the art.
Yeah,
You
I
see what I'm
don't know,
saying?
man. I don't.
Prince is the rare factor where you get both in one. Girls want this guy as much as people want